everyone, Maxine here with Tink and I Treasures. Welcome back to my studio. Today we're going to have a play with hidden paper clips. I know, they've been done and done and done some more. And this has probably been done as well, but never mind. I have two pieces of paper here. This is not copy paper. This is a heavier multimedia type paper. And I've got one strip that is 2.5 inches by 8. And the other one is 2 inches by 8. So I will leave that for a screenshot or to pause it for a second or anything you want to do. All right, so we're going to fold these in half. Just like that. And I like to round corners. You don't need to do this. It's, you know, pretty much personal preference on the rounded corners. Oops. Let's stop that. Oh, come here. Okay. This smaller one, I'm gonna snip off about, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch or so. Just so it's a little bit shorter than this one. So there you have. That's how it would be. And we want a paper clip. And for these, I would suggest the longer paper clips. This one is about 1.5 inch size. I think it's a jumbo, but I'm not sure on names. I think it's jumbo. When I used to order office supplies, I think it was called jumbo, but anyway. So we just want to put the paper clip on the smaller of the two and just kind of position that in the middle. I'm going to use glue stick, but you can use any kind of glue that you have. Just get it around there and on the back side as well. I'm doing this just so I can move along and I don't have to wait, you know, if it's, you know, too wet or whatever. I don't have to wait for that to dry. So, but I've been doing some today, and I will show you at the end the other ones that I have completed. And the glue stick seems to be working just fine. So I just want to press that down well, and then you open it up, and that's how it works. Now from here we get to decorate. So you can have your paper clip going this way, or you can have it going this way, or, well, you want both sides to be nice, so it doesn't really matter. If you clip it, you know, so you clip it going this way on your page, right? Or you clip it going from the top, like so. So you just want to think about that before you start decorating it, of course, because how you want it to be on your page is going to dictate, you know, how you decorate this. So I have some dictionary page. Let's It's not going to be quite long enough going that way, so I'm going to go this way with it. Doesn't really matter. Okay. So I am going to just, I've been doing it a couple of different ways, and I have found that as long as what I'm using lends itself to this, I can just put the glue down first and then lay it down. I don't know if I got glue. No, I didn't. I didn't think I got glue down far enough. So let's see, how can we do this now? Maybe I'll use some wet glue and just make sure we get down here on the end. Okay. I want to turn this over, this top part, just a little bit. You don't need to do that. I just found that I like wrapping the top, or, you know, the folded end. I like wrapping it. Just to give it more finished look, I guess, but there we go. So when you're decorating it and it's going this way, you just want to make sure that if something you've put on there, if you've got words or something else that needs to be, you know, there definitely needs to be a top and a bottom. You just want to, you know, make sure you figure that out before you turn it over and do the other side. Makes sense, right? So I'm going to cut off that top because I just don't want, I want to make sure I don't get that into the mix. And I'm just going to put that right like here. Ish. So I am just going to trim, not specific. I'm not going to trim to the exact size. Just going to get some of this extra off. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and put the glue on this paper again. Make sure I get it everywhere this time. Okay, and I want to put it right about there. Okay. And get that pressed down good. Cut off the excess. I hope everyone's doing well, having a good week, finding lots of time for crafting. It's 1st of April now. No, a little bit later than that, isn't it? Anyway, the weather today has been quite dismal. Of course it would be, because it's a weekend. You know, work week, it's bright and sunny and everything, and you get your hopes up for the weekend, maybe getting out and doing something, and you know, by Friday night, the clouds are rolling in, and Saturday and Sunday, it's just wet. So, anyway, you can ink or not ink. It's up to you. Of course, I mean, everything's up to you, right? Okay, so we are going to have some fun. I got a Timmy ephemera kit. I don't know what these are called. One is called Botanical. Oops, I got some butterflies still hiding out in there. So one is Botanical and the other one is Field Notes. And I've got, you probably can't even see them, but they're spread all around my work area here. So we just want to start with putting some things down. I was thinking of actually, I have these offcuts from cutting the strips. So I thought about maybe doing something with these to give a little dimension to the whole thing. Why not, huh? I can use some of these scraps right away. I'm just going to glue a couple together here. Yep. Okay. And let's glue this. Get this glued. Ah. Okay. Get that lined up on two sides anyway. And give that a trim. Okay. All right, so that's got a little bit of lift to it, not a lot. It's not real obvious. So let's see what else we can do here. I'm just picking out ephemera and stuff that's just, it's just scattered everywhere. There's that. And how about a mushroom? This kit has got a lot of mushrooms in it. And I don't use mushrooms very often. So let's see what we can do. That's nice, isn't it? I like these red ones. They have a nice color. I like the size and shape of that one. It's kind of dark though. Well, I guess maybe that one might be the best. I mean, we'll try this. I mean, like I said, I like the size and shape of it, but It's a little dark. I like the color of this one better. So, do I have anything else that would be that color? I got this flower. It's like that. See, there's nothing that says you can't change how these things look, because you can always nip off something you don't want. I don't know. Do I want that on top of or underneath? I have a hard time covering things up when I'm collaging. It's very difficult for me to turn around and cover something up that I've put down, Just really have a hard time with that. I watch other people do collage and I'm just like, no. They totally, put something over the top of something that looked really good, I thought, and then they paste something right over the top of it. And I'm just like, no, 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 no. Okay. Huh. Well, all right. That's not really, I'm not feeling that. How about a butterfly? These kits, between the two of them, I've got a ton of butterflies. See, I'm trying to get something that, is of that color. Or something, similar. I like that one. Some of these are going to be too big. Some of them are quite muted. The muted ones came from the field notes, and then the shinier ones come from the what was it called? Oh my goodness. Oh jeez. Well, my brain's not working today. But yeah, these duller ones are from field notes. I don't mind that though. I think we're just going to go ahead and go with that. I do. So, I need to move this out and move that out, and that needs to go right down there. Okay. Oh, I was gonna. Oh darn! I forgot to ink around that one. Oh well. I did ink around this one. I thought. Oh, let me see. I did add on that paper, so we got some white showing on the sides here. So we might as well get that taken care of right now. And I'm going to take down the white around this butterfly, because that comes from the other group as more of a shiny shiny look to it. Okay. I'll put this one down. This is really stiff and very substantial now. I don't know if it's going to make a lot of difference when we put it down, but it's no matter, huh? We still were able to use the offcuts, so otherwise those would probably hang around in my scrap basket for a while, because you know, you can't really throw away a perfect square like that. Or nearly perfect little square. I mean, I just saw these and thought, oh, this would be quite handy for something. I don't know. That's what we do, right? That's why we get so much scraps and stuff. I gotta tell ya, I got little drawers for my scraps. They're not very big, and you know, they can't get too much in them. Every once in a while I have to go through them and just chuck things into the recycling, you know, because I don't have enough space to keep all of this stuff. That's pretty. I like that. I do. I like mushrooms. I don't know why I don't use them more often. I got a whole container of mushroom ephemera, and I never use it. I like mushrooms. Sometimes it just gives you that perfect little pop of color or something. There, isn't that cute? I like that. So now this definitely has a top, right? This definitely has a top and a bottom. So when we turn it over, we have to make sure that we have top at the top. Does that make sense? Duh. We have top at the top. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we've got some more things here, but they all kind of want to go the wrong way, don't they? That's always the way. I don't like bugs. That's going right into recycling right now. I don't like bugs. I love butterflies and dragonflies. Little ladybugs are okay. Bees, of course, but creepy crawl, no. I won't do creepy crawlies. That might be nice. Let's see. There we could go with, you know, the same type of thing. Field label, only this one's got writing on it. And this one has got some writing on it. Like that. Let's see, what else? Okay, so I got little labels here and stamps. This is all from the field notes. Sorry, I just dumped out both packets onto my desktop and was just playing with them and didn't even think about, coming along later and, not being able to show you what's in the pack, because I've intermingled both of them. But yeah, these stamps and stuff, they have a dull finish, so that's how I know that they're from The field notes and not the botanical. Botanical. That's what the other one was. Oh my goodness. Botanical. Jeez. But these are from the botanical Jim Holtz thing. And so they have the shinier finish on them. And the same way with butterflies that have the shinier finish. I know it comes from the botanical. Because I've had that set of ephemera several times. I was hoping for, you know, something different. It was just a pack of different things that a person was selling on Etsy, and I just, you know, went ahead and got it. It did have some things in it that I didn't have, but it also had that botanical set that I've had several times, so that was kind of disappointing. Not that I don't mind the set, but you know, I've got remnants of it still hanging everywhere. Okay, so let's see. I want that like that, and this one like that. So why don't I just go ahead and put some glue on this. Try to keep it where, okay, get down there. Try to keep it where we want it. I like wiggling it around a little bit. You can feel it catch. You know, you wiggle it around and you can feel it catch. And then it's like, okay, you know, it's landed. So, and just trim that off. That's still a good piece to use for something else. Look along the bottom of that. Okay. Now this one we want to put right like that. I don't mind this glue. It's Tombow liquid glue, aqua, it says. I don't mind it. It seems to work pretty good, and it has, you know, a tip that you can get into smaller places with, and I don't seem to have a problem with it all clogging up all the time like art glitter does. That's annoying. You know, you keep the cap on or the pin in it or whatever, and it still clogs up every time you turn around. So yeah, I haven't had that problem with this Tombow stuff, so that's always good. Okay, so we wanted this guy in there, right? And oh, we had a butterfly. Well, do we want another butterfly, or how about this little flower that we cut off? We cut it off of the other one. It's kind of cute. How about like that? I like that. Okay. Yeah, we're not going to spend all day, you You know, if you don't like this, you can make another one. But there's no point in spending all day, oh, do I want this or do I want that? Or, you know, you just, if there's another element you want to use, just make another one. Okay. Just like that. There. Yeah, Field Notes is very muted collection. It doesn't have really bright colors. Everything is very muted. It's not shiny, which is good. I mean, I don't really care for the shiny. I like the more vivid colors of the other collection, but I don't really care for the shiny. Okay, so there's that one. All right, so that was fun. Okay, so I got another small piece and another wider piece. And the small piece we can fold and trim it off a little bit. Get ourselves a paper clip and have that ready to go. Now this one, I was thinking about having it go this way. And I'm just not sure about stuff here. What do we want to do? What do we want to do? I need protection. Let's see here. Oh, come on. So, looks like this. Okay, so we want to gathered twigs, vintage photo, and this right on here. Looks like I haven't used this one yet, so oops. Trying not to get those circular things that you can get. So if you start out a little bit and come in already, you know, twirling, not that you're gonna avoid it altogether or every time, but it kind of helps. Okay, I'm gonna get around the edges a little bit more. And you could, you know, you could put the, if you were, you know, doing something like this where you're coloring it, I mean, since I'm using multimedia paper, so that means, you know, I could use any number of things to do this with. I could use watercolors, I could use alcohol inks, I could have got, you know, mix this with water. You know, there's just all kinds of stuff I could have done. Oops. Oops. Make sure I get the sponge back in there where it belongs. Oh. Come on. Let go. There we go. Okay, now I want a blue. Salvage patina? What do you think? Oh, that looks like the one I used with that, so. All right. Now this is going to be a little tricky. There we go. I love blue and brown together, don't you? I think it's a wonderful combination. I suppose it depends on the shade of blue and the shade of brown, that's for sure. But overall, I just really like that combination of colors. There we go. That's sweet. Okay. There we go. Okay, so what else? Let us. I got these the other day. I thought they might be fun to play with. They're stamps that look like sewing. So that's what this one would look like. Let me get out my stamp. Put that on there. Get my lid, my handle. Okay. Now, we want to use what? Oh, I guess we want to use a brown, don't we? So, let's see, the bottom one is black. We don't want black, so this one is, what is this one? Oh, vintage. Oh, walnut stain. So I think this one is darker than the vintage photo, which I think that's what we used there, was vintage photo. So let's see what happens. Let's put that right along there. Press it down. Give it a minute to transfer. Not real dark. You're supposed to do this too. You're supposed to blot, 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 blot. At least, that's what I've heard, from people that know about stamps, I guess. But you want to push it down, firmly. You want to give it a chance for the ink to transfer over to the paper and pull it up. There you go. I hope you can see that. It's a little subtle, know, it's not quite as, I mean, I kind of wanted it a little darker than that, but this is kind of fun though. I mean, of course you could always actually sew, but I don't know. I've heard that sewing will weaken the paper, and you know, that makes sense to me because you're like putting little holes in the paper, so it's getting perforated, you know, depending on how close your stitches are together. I mean, I've had sewn something where I had my stitches too close together and the whole, you know, piece of paper just kind of tore off because it was all perforated. So I have had that happen. So it's a possibility. Okay. So there we go with that. So that's fun. I love that. What do you think? I mean, that sewing is far more interesting than my sewing. You know, my sewing tends to be, you know, just, well, there's nothing interesting about it. I mean, I suppose you could, you know, go back and forth and, you know, do some things to make it look like that. You know, and it happens when I don't want it to happen. But, you know, to do it on purpose and get it to look like that probably wouldn't work. So, anyway, those are fun. So I'm glad to have those in my stash. It's always nice to have things. Okay, so this is field notes. Is there a theme here? It's either a Tim Holtz theme or a field notes theme. Okay, so I guess at this point we probably want to fold it in half so we know which side is which now. Okay. Right. All right. So I got this. That one just does not want to stay in there. What are we going to do here? Well, this one is kind of saying, use me, use me, use me. It's kind of big though, isn't it? I mean, I don't know. It's kind of big. It's taken up a lot of the real estate there. How about this one? And maybe a circle. Or maybe we want to put the circle over that. Oh, this little guy is fun. And I got this recently too. So yeah. So let's see here. These are wonderful. I love them. That one's fun. Okay, let's see here. So let's do this one. Oh. Uh-oh, which way does it go? That way. Okay. I want something darker. Don't I have darker? I do. I have ground espresso. The problem is I put it in this little box that holds it, and it's glued down, so I can't use it. Oh, that might not have been the best idea I've ever had. Let's see, ground espresso. Oh, it's in this one. Now this one is quite used. Actually, I bought it used. I think I got it at one of the last yard sales I was able to go to before my mobility issues got too bad. I am kind of limited now into being able to go to those things. Sometimes if they're outside, I can go, but it just depends too on, oh boy, let's see, how about along here? It just depends, you know. Sometimes I drive by and even ones on outside, I think, no, I can't. You know, if there's not enough space, or if it's on an incline, that doesn't always work out with my mobility scooter, you know, if there's an incline. So space is the biggest thing. But if it's inside, you know, like usually estate sales are inside, I can't go to those anymore. Unless they have, you know, unless it's accessible, which more often than not, they're not accessible. That's too bad. I mean, that was one of the enjoying things I had. I enjoyed going to yard sales and estate sales. You know, it was, I don't know, the hunt, I guess. Being able to find something. It's not that I need, you know, it's not that I need anything, but it was always fun to see what you could find. Okay, let's see. Like that. Oh, I like that. Ooh. That tickles me. I like that. What do you think? I like that. Okay. So then this little guy. And we'll put you right there. Okay. Now, I got this area right in here. Do we want anything or do we not? Let's go with this one. These are quite sticky. Well, they're brand new. But yeah, they're quite sticky on both sides, really. So let's just, all right, about there. There we go. And one last thing. One last thing. I love ground espresso. I really do. And right there. Ah. Oh, that is yummy. Don't you think? Oh, I think that's just yummy. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, I think this is just instant coffee. Nothing more fancy than that. Just instant coffee and water. And I'm going to dry that off. So I'm going to pause you for just a minute while I do that. Okay. It's surprising to me how long it takes to dry little tiny droplets like that. Oh, you know what? We forgot to round off. Oh well, too late now. If I were to round off these corners now, it would just mess up the whole design. So, what do you think? I like that. Okay. Now what do we want to do for the back? Oh my. Oh my. Let's see here. Maybe we'll use the big field notes on the back side, huh? Yes, I do love my ground espresso. Well, that's why, you know, I got it permanently glued in my little homemade ink pad holder there. I do love my ground espresso. It's my favorite one. It's just a little, it's darker than vintage photo. But it doesn't have the same tone that walnut stain has. Okay, I don't want to lose my bits here. I want to keep all my bits together. So we had a circle. This little guy just doesn't want to stay in there at all. Don't know why. And then put him back. Okay. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Now everyone's going to fall out. Is that it? Okay. Now don't take all day with this, lady. What did you just tell them? What did you just tell them? Don't spend all day trying to decide, oh, do I want this or oh, do I want that? You know, just do it. If there's something else you want to use, then make another one. and use that other element, you know? Because pretty much whatever you do, these are going to look fabulous anyway, right? No matter what we do, these are going to look fabulous. So, ooh, there we go. Oops, my handle's coming off. Okay. And oops. Oh, thank goodness. All right. So right there. Right there. Right there. Ha. Oops. Ta-da. Okay. Well, that's fun. Oh, I'm having fun. Are you guys having fun? I'm having fun. This is fun. I love stamps. Well, I keep saying I don't have a lot. I kind of do, but most of them I've gotten at, you know, garage sales, thrift shops, things like that. And, you know, a lot of them I just don't find useful, but those are pretty. I suppose we want to do coffee, don't we, on this side too as well, huh? So yay, ground espresso, come to the rescue. Oh, there you are. So we will get some splatters going on here. I wish I had one of those little stamps that have the coffee, you know, I don't even know what it's called. I mean, there's some that has the coffee ring, and then there's others that have kind of a smudge. Although I think I do have one in somewhere that has that blob. Okay, so I'm gonna have to pause you while I dry this one. So hang on. What would we do without our heat guns, huh? Oh, that's really hot. Okay, so there we go. I love it. I do. I just love it. All right, so I'm going to get out our ground espresso here, and we're going to, I just want to cut down on the white that may peek out. I find that when you fold paper, it doesn't always fold straight or the same. Even though you cut the strip, you fold it and you've got just the slightest bit, you know what I mean, that you can see. You just got the slightest bit. I don't know if I just didn't fold it totally straight or what, but anyway, so if you just ink the inside or ink what would show through, then you're okay. So we are going to get this glued down. I think I will use the liquid glue. This works as well, you know, either way. Any kind of glue you have, really, you know, should be fine. Okay, so just kind of position that so it's in the middle. You have to have this middle part, otherwise, you know, you wouldn't be able to slide anything in there. Does that make sense? So, okay, so get around the edges good. I don't even know if putting things on the inside, I don't even know if it gets to that, to tell you the truth. There we go. Isn't that, oh, I love this one. I think this is my favorite. I really do. I think this is my favorite of them all. Love it, love it, love it. So anyway, I don't have a journal out here to show you, but you know, piece of paper, so that what we put on the inside is what, you know, keeps them separated, and then the paper clip is in between that, of course, keeps it closed. So you just slide it over like that, and then you can tuck anything up into there. And because this is a little bit larger, you know, you can get something bigger in there. Let me find. So we have, you know, a tag or something like that you can put up in there, and see, it holds that really nice. I mean, I'm tugging on that. So because it's a bigger one and you're using a bigger, more powerful paper clip, you can get larger things in there. So isn't that fun? I love it. It's just another way to, you know, put in a tag or a journaling card and not use a pocket. Oops, hang on. We have a mutiny of tools around here. Okay, so yeah, you can attach a journaling card or a tag or something, or a piece of actual vintage ephemera or whatever you can attach, and you know, instead of having to put in a pocket, you can just use one of these, because they're, you know, they're quite large and they're gonna hold stuff. So those are the two we made, or that I made on camera. And then I have this one. Not pretty. And this one, I love this one. That. And, oh, where they are. They got buried. Okay. Oops. I forgot to trim off on this one. Hang on. Oops. Oops. A lot of oops going on over here. Oh no, what you doing? What's happening? What's going on? Oops. Oh my goodness. Just trying to trim around the corner now. Okay, so we have this one. This one's a little bigger. This is the first one I did. And so instead of 2.5 inches, this one was 3 inches. And so I kind of changed that. But, you know, 3 inches is fine too. I mean, it's whatever you want to do, really. And the last one is this one. And there. So, aren't those fun? I'm going to have to ink around, you know, on the inside. So it'd be easier to do that before you get the paper clip in there, if you ink around the inside, and that way, if there's anything showing, if you're inking, that is. You know, if you're using white paper and you keep it fresh and clean, then you wouldn't need to ink, because the white wouldn't matter if it was showing, if that makes sense. Anyway, I love this one. I think that needs some inking though. Anyway, so thank you for joining me for this quick little, well, I guess it hasn't been all that quick though, has it? But, you know, it's just another variation, maybe. I don't know, maybe. Oh, I'm sure someone has done it like this. You know, there's, you know, I'm sure someone has already done it like this. But anyway, so there is my take on a hidden paper clip. So thank you for joining me today. As always, take care of you, love each other, and I'll see you again. Bye.